This episode is sponsored by ButcherBox. ButcherBox delivers high-quality beef, chicken, pork, and seafood directly to your home in an eco-friendly, 100% recyclable box. New members will get 6 free grass-fed steaks. That's 2 New York strips and 4 sirloins added to their first box for free. Go to the link in the video description for more info.
Omelette du Fromage! What did you say? Omelette du Fromage?
Oh, Dexter, French is the language of love. Oh, say it again, Dexter.
Omelette du Fromage.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a look at the Omelette du Fromage from Dexter's Laboratory, for which we're going to need some fromage and some omelette. We're going to start, as so many omelets do, with eggs. Crack them against the side of the bowl, dig out any shell pieces that inevitably fall in, and we're working with 4 total eggs. Then we're going to add a big pinch of kosher salt, never hurts to season early, and a nice splash of whole milk, just like your dad used to make. We're going to grab our very smallest whisk and begin beating. We just want the eggs to come together here. If there are still some streaks of yellow or whites, that's no problem. In a large nonstick skillet, we are melting 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Once it's all melted and foamy, we're going to dump in our eggs and move them around a little bit. I usually use a metal fork on my nonstick pans, but I couldn't find it, so here's a wooden fork. And then we got to talk fromage. I think that some yellow American's going to do just fine. We're placing 3 yellow American singles on one side of the omelet once the curds begin to solidify, folding the other half over the cheese, letting it cook a little bit longer until we get some nice brown stuff on the outside, and there you have it, omelette du fromage. An authentic Parisian recipe. I'm just kidding. This is obviously just a straight up American omelet with some cheese. I just wanted to absolutely freak out any French viewers. Pardonnez-moi, mes chers amis. The first thing we gotta fix is the name. It's actually omelette au fromage, and it is a deceptively difficult recipe often used to test the mettle of chefs. The first thing we're doing differently is cracking our 3 eggs on the table, not the bowl, vigorously beating and trying to work some air into it. It should get a little frothy. Next thing we're changing is the cheese. From what I can tell, the most popular cheese for this application is Gruyere, so we're going to shred some of that up before heading over to the stovetop, where we're going to preheat an 8-inch omelet pan. After about 60 to 90 seconds over medium heat, we're going to add 1 tablespoon or about 15 grams of unsalted butter. It shouldn't sizzle too much, it should just foam a little bit. Now, what I said before about the metal fork was a joke. Do not use any metal tools on non-stick cookware. I've found that wooden chopsticks are an excellent tool for this application. The key to a good French omelet is to keep it moving the very second that the eggs hit the pan. Shake the pan and stir the eggs vigorously over medium heat. This is going to cause the smallest possible curds to form, which we're going to quit stirring the very second that the eggs are no longer liquidy. Drop the heat all the way down to low. Working quickly, tilt the pan down away from you and shake it, pushing the majority of the omelet to that side. And then, using a rubber spatula, preferably a tiny one, we're going to start to roll the omelet, starting at the near end and then stopping when you've reached halfway. And we're going to run our spatula underneath the omelet to make sure that it's loose, keep the pan tilted down and tap it, which is going to sort of prop the other end up, which is going to make it easier to fill with cheese. Then carefully folding the far end down over the roll. We're working very quickly because we don't want any browning, we don't want the outside layer of egg to be too thick, and we don't want to lose our beautiful creamy custardy center. Once the omelet's rolled up, invert it onto a plate. If you're still learning, like I am, you might need to make some minor corrections. And there you have it, omelette au fromage, which we're going to season lightly with some big flaky finishing salt, a little twist of freshly ground black pepper, and some fresh chopped chives. And then to see if we've made it correctly, we have to take a look at its cross-section. Inside, you should see a swirl of the outer egg, surrounded by a soft, luxuriant, custard-like curd and melty cheese. As you can see, my outer curd is way too thick, so we're going to take another crack at this, so to speak. And I'm going to make some minor alterations. I'm going to start by salting the eggs. This denatures their proteins and helps make them more tender. Plus, we're obviously going to beat these together with a tiny whisk, like this is what Tiny Whisk was born to do. Next up, we're going to strain the beaten egg through a fine mesh sieve. This is going to help get rid of the chalaza. What is the chalaza? Well, I'll show ya. You've probably seen it before when separating egg yolks and egg whites. It's this little stringy thing that connects the two. This can be detrimental to your omelet's texture, so by straining it out, we're going to get a more uniform, creamy curd. Next thing I'm going to do different is use a carbon steel pan. This one is much thinner than my omelet pan, so it's going to retain less heat. So when I'm cooling things down during the rolling process, the pan will cool off faster and it won't cook the outer curd as as much, so it won't be as thick. Last but not least, after inverting onto our warm plate and making any final shaping adjustments, we're going to take a page out of Chef John's book and smear this whole thing down with butter. This is not only going to add flavor and a decadent sheen to our omelet, it's going to help our toppings stick more effectively. So now let's cut it in half again and take a look at how we did. As you can see, the outer curd is much thinner, which means more creamy, soft, custardy inner curd ends up in your mouth. And there you have it, what I really hope is an authentic omelette au fromage. But it's not Dexter's Laboratory enough. To really get that cartoon look, I think we need to use these heirloom eggs, which come in fun colors like brown and sort of blue. But most importantly, their yolks are an absolutely alien bright orange. I don't know what they're feeding these chickens, but it's either very good or very bad. Same amped up procedure as before: salt, beat, strain, preheat, melt, agitate, shake, tilt, roll, tap, stuff, fold, and season. And there we have it, what I think is a much more cartoon-like omelet. And yes, it looks absolutely crazy, but let's try it, see what it tastes like. First, a quick curd inspection, not bad. And let me tell you folks, these eggs cost $10.99 a dozen, and they taste like it. They are the eggiest eggs that ever egged. But if you're looking for the meatiest meat that ever meated, you might want to check out today's sponsor, ButcherBox. ButcherBox sources from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards for quality. You can choose your box type and delivery frequency and can skip or cancel a month at any time. Your order will come frozen at peak freshness in an eco-friendly 100% recyclable box. You can create your own custom box or choose one of the boxes that they curate for you. New members will get 6 free grass-fed steaks, that's 2 New York strips and 4 top sirloins added to their first box for free. Go to the link in the video description for more info.